Thank you,
You're welcome.
attorney lady there.
You're welcome.
How do you say your name? Sarkowski?
Soroki.
Okay. You good at criminal law?
I used to be.
You just do traffic now?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Have a nice holiday.
Thank you.
Remember, you look marvelous.
Okay, good morning. All right, and so ma'am, I have you checked in. I'm going to ask you to please pay attention to your device. When you're invited to join a breakout room, you must hit join. Hello, can you hear me? Miss Taylor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but can you repeat what you just said? I'm sorry.
Yes, but I don't want to look that closely at your hair. So if you're having a hard time hearing, then you'll need to come into court.
Okay.
So, okay, please don't put the camera up to your hair. Please pay attention to your device. You will be requested to join a breakout room. When you're requested to join the breakout room, please hit join, okay, and then you'll speak to the attorney.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to have you stay muted in the meantime. Thank you.
All right. Hello. I've got some thanking to do. Brecken sent me a bunch of this stuff. Tiffany Ann sent me one. Maria sent me one. And I'll try to remember if I'm forgetting anybody. I think there's somebody else in there too. Also have to give a shout out. Big, and I thought you were streaming right now. What are you doing? I ran across this one myself, and it is juicy. You're going to enjoy this. Buckle up.
Ms. Langley, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
And is this Mr. London here today?
Yes.
Okay. And what are we doing, Ms. Langley?
Your Honor, I was down in this morning.
Being charged an adult.
Okay. And Mr. London, let Ms. Langley speak today. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, Judge Buckley.
Okay.
So, Your Honor,
All right.
we had a long conversation at the jail this morning and a little bit just now because he has a trial pending next week. What he expressed to me is he's concerned because of not so much this case, but the other cases that might be impacted by a conviction here. And he's hoping I can work with Mr. Herrera, his who maybe can help his situation.
Your Honor, if I could just for a split second.
Yeah.
I understand.
McLennan is in charge of prosecution.
Mr. London. Yeah, hold on a second.
Third degree assault. And
Look at the expression on his attorney's face. I've had her on a bunch of other videos. She knows how bad this is going to be. She knows exactly how bad this is going to be. and as bad as she thinks it's going to be, it's probably a little worse.
I know I'm not allowed to talk because this is not like a nuclear explosion off the coast of Olympia or anything, and everybody's not like scared for their life. So I just want to say this. If I plead guilty today to move to Thurston County Jail, then I give up my diversions, which I was set on accomplishing that goal. But when I was told by Northwest Resources that I was to get on the Greyhound bus at Olympia bus station, the Greyhound bus never showed up. And besides that, there's surely something else for me to do with the English language besides stand behind the word Washington State of the United States of America. And please forgive me for my attorney, Chris Langley, Chad McClellan, but word.
Look how cool she is about this. She's like, oh, do tell. I want to know why you have to forgive the court for me.
Play as an adult, and I'm 48, still feeling like I'm about 13, 14, maybe 15. Nothing to be ashamed of, but when I have never assaulted somebody who was there to protect other people, and I'm being treated like a 70-pound human being. Okay. I walk in this world that we live in Olympia, Thurston County area, and I have rarely
Just check all the expressions. They're all good. Every last one of them.
seen anybody, and I am very attentive with my mind, eye, 10 fingers, 10 toes, cell phone since 1990s. Okay. We got a problem in America with people being able to fall in love and people keeping secrets. As why, and it's a big question, why do parents have to be involved in their kids' life sometimes? Because sometimes you got to smack them upside the head, and sometimes when you weren't smacked upside the head, you want to look for an excuse to push the button and point the finger at someone else. And at the very end of the day, doesn't matter how much money you have, it is food that is important to your decision-making skills. And me knows this.
All right. Thank you, Mr. London. And now we'll let Ms. Langley speak. Ms. Langley, thank you. Go ahead.
I just want you to all remember it's food that's important to your decision-making skills. We can all get behind that sentiment. You can't think properly when you're hangry.
So I discussed a variety of options with him. As he says, he's concerned about the impact of a conviction on his other cases, and he was hoping that I would be able to work something out with the city. What he told me this morning, and he reiterated today, is that he actually was requesting to waive speedy trial, not for a long time, but just to reset the trial into January to see if we could make things happen. Obviously, I have concerns about him, but we had a good conversation, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay.
We had a good conversation, and then we came here, and he tried to throw me under the bus, although he never completed his thought. She's sweet. She really is. She tries hard for all of them.
All right. So you're asking for a continuance
Into January.
to reset a trial date into January.
Yes.
And Mr. McClellan, city's position.
No objection, Your Honor. Thank you. I understand wanting to reach out to the Superior Court. I think he's on a pretrial service diversion of some type on without assault 3 charges.
With Matthew Herrera and the other judge, the Spanish speaking, the other lawyer who you told me to stay in contact with, the prosecution office told me to stay in contact with. And I've been doing the best I can as far as staying above ground with my intelligence. And excuse me if we are the #1 earning state in the world for the last 2 consecutive years for tourism, and that anything online is going to be very well viewed. And excuse me if I'm a Matlock fan, and excuse me if my friends can't do nothing for me when I'm here. I have to protect myself. Okay, so to sacrifice my dignity right now.
He won the entire crowd with "excuse me if I'm a Matlock fan," me included. The rest of the court just threw in and started smiling.
And asked the prosecution to drop these charges on behalf of all the help that I've been helping with the mental health system, since we are the pilot program for the rest of the United States of America. And I have came into a building where people were not informed that we are the pilot program for the rest of the United States. And Lacey Church, hold on, next to the library, I have sat in the holding cell there under great duress of physical harm. And I know when to look the other way. So I will sacrifice my dignity and respect for anybody caught masturbating on a fucking cell phone. But don't try kill nobody.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I've continued the,
It's a strong close. That was a strong close there. He landed that plane. You knew where he stood.
confirmation hearing to Monday, the 6th of January, with trial date set for Wednesday, the 15th of January.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. London. We'll see you next on the 6th of January.
Thank you.
Okay.
And God
Thank you.
bless.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. No.
It's all okay if you end with God bless. Then whatever you said previously is taken in a good light. That's how this works. Yeah, obviously, I don't know why. Obviously he's a candidate for a competency evaluation. I'm sure they're aware of it, but I don't know because I only have this. So I don't know if he's passed a competency evaluation or if that's something for the future. But nonetheless, it was kind of funny, and it fit all the Law Talk with Mike criteria by getting completely worse at the end.
And I think that does it for the city of Lacey.
Yeah, that is our last case, Shannon. Hope everyone has a good weekend.
Going out with a bang. Thank you. Yes, nice weekend.
All right, and your name, please.
Andre Crump.
Okay, Mr. Crump, this is not your first time here, correct?
Yes.
Yes? All right, so then you're very familiar with sort of that you're a court. So the way you're currently dressed is not appropriate. So I need you to dress appropriately for court, not as though you're hanging out or going to the gym, okay?
Okay, I got you. My bad.
And I'm going to keep you muted, and then when you receive the request to join the breakout room, make sure you join the breakout room.
You walked away, but a short time later you came back. Is that true?
Yeah, I was on my way to Planet Fitness.
How do I seek legal help at this point?
I sent that to you in the packet with you. It has Legal Aid's number on it. But
Okay.
but I don't know what your defense is. You don't have a lease. You're not paying the electric bill. You don't have any lease, and your stuff is all junked up inside his fence, and he wants you to go. You can certainly talk to Legal Aid, but their number is in the stuff that I sent you. Normally she would be here, and I could put you in a breakout room. Let's check what time we got for next Friday, the 20th. Now, he would get 10 more days after next Friday, which would take you to December 30th. So essentially, you would have until the first day of next year, January 2nd, if Mr. Bent gets what he's asking for. So let's look at V20. It's going to be busy. It's already full. 8:45 on December 20th. Now let me repeat, there's two separate properties. There's no lease. He wants you to vacate both of them. One is a little odd that he's vacating only you, but not your wife. It's a trailer that he couldn't rent if it was in the city. And once the township gets wind of it, they may end up telling him he can't do it in the township either.
Wait, I didn't catch that the first time. Vacating him, but not his wife? Interesting.
And the other is some sort of commercial business, and it's not easy to move that. You probably got trucks and equipment and saws, but he wants all your junk out of there. So the law requires me to adjourn this at least 7 days, which takes us to next Friday. And then if he gets what he asked for, you would get 10 more days from then, which would be December 30th. Of course, then we have New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Saturday, Sunday. And so the effective date would be January 2nd. So we'll reconvene next Friday at 8:45 a.m. Anybody have any questions?
No. The reason why his wife isn't because she's been trying to divorce him and he has refused.
How can I refute? That's personally, it's none of your business, but.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. I like it. Get out of my place. And if you want to whine about it in court, I'm gonna drag you through the mud.
How can I
Well,
refuse
all
a
right,
divorce?
I'll leave it at that. I don't know what the status is, but if I were you, Mr. Pat, I'd get everybody out of there. You're going to get in trouble by renting a trailer.
They're the only ones that are there.
You're going to get in trouble by renting a trailer that's connected to a house with septic, no other hookups. The township, when they get wind of this, is going to tell you can't do it. So
I don't know. It sounds like there's some hookups going on over there.
But at this rate, we'll address this matter further next Friday at 8:45. You're both free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Stam is gone.
Well, that was Brecken's fault, and that's all we have. I thought it was juicy, but it wasn't long. All right, Maria sent this to me. I didn't know about this. This is a couple days old, but we've got another member of the Crybaby Brigade over there in Texas, not accepting the judge's ruling.
And are you ready to proceed?
Sort of. Defense did file a request. I did respond to that request. I'm sure there's a copy of it. I do have a copy of it.
Yes.
And then today I was handed an affidavit that I reviewed. My response doesn't address the affidavit, so I guess I can just.
Okay, where's the affidavit? Because I don't have it.
I gave a copy to the court. It should be with the court's file.
All right, so this deputy will need to be called.
That was going to be my argument.
All right. And then I need to know which juror was that? Was that a alternate? Who is it?
That's why we're trying to get the juror card so we can investigate that. So
Well, no, I mean, she should be able to tell us who it is.
And I think the whole basis of the motion is there needs to be good cause.
Yes.
And so far in the motion that the defense has filed, and even in this affidavit, which is hearsay, I don't think there is enough that any good cause.
Okay.
And Judge, again, so today's day 30, so that's why we're here trying to get the juror cards. I'm not trying to ask the court or the prosecutor.
Oh, no, there needs to be evidence submitted to the court in order for the court to give juror cards.
Right.
And this, what you're giving to me, this affidavit, it's all hearsay. So.
Any affidavit's going to be hearsay, even the bailiff getting information from a juror.
Well, what I'm telling you is it's hearsay. So what I need is that witness, whatever you have, needs to come in. No, the juror doesn't need to come in.
Okay, so we go on after this for a while. It doesn't matter, but in case it's confusing to anyone, which I doubt it is, but I'll tell you. She's saying you got to bring the damn witness in or your motion's denied. That's it. Clear as a bell. That was also the prosecutor's contention. I don't know. I haven't researched this particular issue, but it seems very straightforward to me.
Whoever is making this affidavit needs to come in.
Thomas Lane?
No, the person he obtained the information from.
They're obtaining, it's all obtaining information from someone else. We need the source, which is the juror.
No, the source is the bailiff who your witness, Thomas Lane, is saying they obtained this statement from a deputy who's not the deputy in the 187. So that deputy needs to be here.
I don't know. This is in Texas. Apparently, yeah, you can't use hearsay. You need to call the witness if the motion's for cause. If you have a strike as a matter of right, you don't need to squat. But if it's a motion for to disqualify him for a cause, well, then you got to bring your evidence.
So the court is ruling that this affidavit that a bailiff is saying that they didn't take it is not good cause.
No, it's not. You'll need the deputy here.
Okay. Well, Well, so again, today's day 30, so I guess I can try to get him here, or I'll file the motion for new trial, and then if the court grants a hearing, I can issue subpoenas at that time. However you all want to do your case is completely up to you all. Well, there's no.
That was exactly I hate it when attorneys do this, which is rare because it's very amateurish. Don't announce what you're going to do. Just do it. You look like a pro se when you do stuff like that.
A real hearing date because it's just trying to get juror cards. So I don't know if I really am able to subpoena somebody for that based on that. So that's why we attempted to get an affidavit from someone else who's an officer of the court. So, but I guess I don't know. It's for good cause. We're trying to make sure that the judicial system worked properly, that everything was followed properly. So I'm not sure. No, the court determines whether or not it's good cause. And to go into documents to have the court release jurors' information based upon hearsay is not enough. So what you need is whoever this person is that Lane obtained information from, then that person needs to come in and testify. The court is not going to release all 14 jurors' information based upon this deputy saying that they spoke to a juror or one juror spoke to them. That doesn't mean you get every single juror's information. And that's what you're asking for. And we would need to ask each juror, did that juror tell you? No, you need to ask. Did they ask specifically? No, you would need the deputy. Because according to that affidavit, it's saying that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting. So here's the thing. That deputy who's alleged to have told.
This is embarrassing. This is like a first year trial ad class, except the guy's actually representing people.
Thomas Lane something, then they need to come in and testify and say, yes, this is what I said, and this is the specific juror I spoke to. What I am telling you is I am not going to release 14 jurors' information based upon a hearsay statement from Lane. You would need to have that deputy to come in and say, this is the juror I spoke to. Or who spoke to me. We would still request all the juror information, asking if that juror relayed any of that.
Yeah, you're still going to request it, and your request is going to get denied because you're not understanding, the law.
Information to that.
And what I'm telling you is I'm not going to release the information to anyone, state or the defense, of 14 jurors when, according to the affidavit that is here, the deputy is saying it was one juror. That's what I'm telling you.
So we can't even get their names.
No.
Even though the court puts their names on YouTube and leaves it
No.
there.
And I did not put their names on YouTube. So let's be.
And there we have it, the cheap shot. Oh, so the court puts their names on YouTube. No, she doesn't. I don't watch when she does trials. I think I've done a trial on it with her before. I think I have, but I can't remember. But I've never seen a juror, and I've never heard a juror's name on her channel. And he has the temerity to say that to her as if she wouldn't know. In open court, on YouTube, and in front of Law Talk with Mike, which is the worst part. Because I'm going to make it sting.
Be honest and truthful. I do not put the names or the faces of any jurors on YouTube. I know people like to say things, but that is not true. So here's my suggestion. And I'm not telling anybody how to run their case, but it appears that people keep asking me for things that I'm not giving them. So I want to be very clear. I am not giving the state or the defense 14 jurors names, addresses, and information based upon a hearsay statement. What I suggest you all do is, if this deputy is saying that something happened, and that is not a deputy that's in this court, I would suggest you get that deputy in here to say, specifically, this is the juror I spoke to. Now, according to your affidavit, if everybody's taking that affidavit as true, she is saying it's one juror. There is no way I'm giving people 14 jurors' name when it's alleged to be one juror. The end. Is there anything else? All right, thank you.
Well, let's give him a sarcastic golf clap. That was absolutely craptacular. You are awarded 0 points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Is Amy there with you?
Yes, she is. Sorry, can you see her?
Well, not really.
Okay, hang on one second. She's coming over here.
Hi there.
Okay, good afternoon.
Hi.
All right. Are you guys ready to get going?
Okay, this is weird. I actually need to process this. This is more of a group therapy session. It's not particularly funny. It's actually kind of charming. They get along. But what the hell is going on? Was this marriage just a sham business arrangement from the get? Nobody cares. Everyone's happy. Which is cool. Everyone's happy except this guy somehow she moves into his house, now he's moving out. That right there that's marriage in a nutshell right there. Let her move in and then you get to maybe move out if you're lucky.
Yes, sir. All right. We'll go on the record. This is in the District Court of Butler County, Kansas. Case is entitled in the matter of the marriage of Amy. Is it Nisley?
Nisley,
yep. Nisley. The matter of the marriage of Amy Nisley, petitioner, and Nathan Nisley, respondent. Case number 21 DM 11. Petitioner Amy Nisley appears in person pro se. Respondent Nathan Nisley appears in person pro se. All parties appearing by Zoom. This case is set today on a motion to modify the divorce decree. I have reviewed the notes regarding the hearing, the motion, and a proposed agreed order to amend the divorce decree has been submitted. For purposes of the record, Mr. Nisley, you filed this motion. If you could just lay out for the record what you all are attempting to do here.
So Amy moved into the house about a year ago. Her family's larger than mine. And so it just made better sense for us to just switch so that it was easier. So she moved into the house and she got a new job and is able to, afford everything and take care of everything. And so we're just.
Okay, I'm piecing it together now. She moved into the house because she needed housing for her large family. Then she obtained a decent job and she no longer needed this guy. So now he's got to go. So if I dare say, she poached this house rather nicely.
Just making the divorce decree match what is actually happening. And I'm going to buy another house. And they were kind of like, well, it would help if you had the divorce decree stated as she was control over the finances rather than just like a signed agreement between us. So we went ahead.
Now, see, that's where you don't understand Need Coffee. If you're a man and you own stuff and a woman comes within, say, 10 feet of you, it's now hers. That's how this works.
And did it this way.
And you were originally awarded the house in the divorce decree, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you've been, or up until the time that she moved in, you were the one paying the mortgage and all the costs associated with the house?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then Amy, you moved out, Amy moves in, and she's now covering all the mortgage and all the costs of the house?
Yes, sir.
And you're just seeking an order amending the divorce decree to match that, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, in this agreed order, it looks like.
Meanwhile, like most men, he's so sick of her already that he's like, fine. Giving away my house is a small price. Just let me get out of here.
Do you have, Nathan, a scribbly signature?
Yeah.
Unreadable?
Well, he's got one arm, so
Yeah.
it's kind of hard for him to hold the paper.
I can't hold
Okay.
the piece of paper down, so sometimes that's what you get.
Whatever
So we get the amputation routine 2 days in a row, only on Law Talk with Mike.
you got to do.
Yeah.
And then, Amy, this is your signal.
I don't know. Amputees must be cool because both of them were like really awesome about it. I mean that seriously. It's a good characteristic.
Signature on this document.
Yeah, it is.
All right, and it's dated December 3rd, 2024. I'm going to hold it up, and that's the doc. I don't know if you guys can see that very well.
Yeah, we both have copies of it. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. One thing I did notice, it does not have the case number. I don't think so. So I'm going to have to add that on here. I'll just
Okay.
write that up at the top, and just so the record's clear, Amy, you're in agreement with this modification of the divorce decree?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you all are making arrangements to have all the paperwork changed over to you, Nathan?
Yeah. What paperwork?
Well, is there a mortgage still?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
working on the mortgage. Yes.
Okay, a refinance or whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and is there a time frame in which you're allowing yourself to get that accomplished?
No.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and approve the order. I'll sign this. I think the only thing I need to do to it is add the case number, which I'll just write by hand up there.
Okay.
Do
Thank
either
you.
one of you have any questions?
Nope.
I don't believe so. We appreciate it.
Is there any way that you could get Angela to send me a copy of it in an email?
We'd have to ask her.
Oh,
Yes,
Okay.
I can do that.
thank you so much. Sorry.
I don't want to burden her right here before the weekend, but we'll.
Yeah.
Sure,
I know.
yeah.
Well, and yeah, just Monday's fine too. I mean,
I'm just joking with you. We'll.
thank you.
I'll get this signed and we'll get it filed and.
That was cute, and like I get it, but Judge Crum, it's hard to tell, brother. You're so dry. I mean, I like him; he's an excellent judge, but he says everything with that flat affect.
Okay.
Anything else we can do?
I don't
No,
believe so.
I think you took
I
care of it. Thank
appreciate it.
you.
All right. Well, you guys have a good weekend.
You too.
You too.
All right. We'll be in
Thanks.
recess.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. That's what I had. I got messed up today. First of all, you said he made me work, but not too much. Not too much. But then my IT guy updated my computer. And that's right. You're going to hear about it now. You're going to hear about my computer update. It's the same as all your computer updates. My computer's fixed, but now none of my stuff works. And I spent literally 3 hours looking for passwords. I know everyone else has the same problem, but it happened to me today. So I'm going to whine about it, and that's that. Ah, my wedding bliss story. Oh, good Lord. That guy, that was his testimony in court. And then he's a sweet guy, you can tell. And then the judge is like, you sure you don't want to put a time frame on that? Because she hasn't been able to finance it. And I feel bad for him, but I know the game. He's going to move out. So he has a house. He's paid for a bunch of it. He decides, whatever, I'm going to a different place. I can't deal with you anymore. They're trying to do a Brady Bunch thing. You know, it's a whole thing. I get it, but to their credit, they're both amicable about it. However, the judge was trying to suggest to him, you might want to put a time frame on that, because what's going to happen is if she's like, stops making payments, it's his credit. The mortgage is in his name. And frankly, that's probably the plan. I'll do this and then he'll keep helping me. It's like, enforced simping. Who knows? That may not be the plan. I'm just saying it's a possibility. All right. Thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate it. Behave yourselves. I'm not bailing you out. Get yourself an Uber. I'll see you soon.